Hi, I'm Alexandra Anderson, and today I would like to talk to you about the Honeybee Conservancy. The Honeybee Conservancy is an organization dedicated to preserving and growing bee populations. Think back to what you've eaten recently. Maybe you had an apple with your morning coffee. If you're anything like me, you added a handful of almonds to your salad at lunch. For dinner, maybe a big juicy steak with a tomato salad on the side and fresh herbs. Did you know that 1 in every 3 bites of food we take is made possible because of bees? Without their help, you wouldn't have your daily cup of coffee. That well-known phrase, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Not if we don't have bees. Tomatoes and almonds, they would be foods of the past. Even the steak you had for dinner would be less readily available and probably more expensive without bees. Bees are a main pollinator, essential to the growth of alfalfa, a major livestock food source. Bees have been around for more than 50 million years and thriving. The 20,000 known species of bee haven't changed much until now. A scientific survey completed in 1945 found that in the U.S. alone, there were 4.5 million beehives. In a similar survey completed in 2007, they found that number had been slashed in half. Scientists have identified a few factors in plummeting bee numbers. Today, I would like to talk a little more about why our bees are disappearing and what we can do to not only prevent mass dead-outs, but also what we can do to prevent the fall of the bee population and what we can do to encourage the growth of bee populations. First, let's explore the known causes of bee death. Not all of bee deaths are caused by humans. Bees are susceptible to their own viruses and parasites. The Varroa destructor mite, which is properly named, is a parasite that hitches a ride on its host bee and survives off of the bee's blood. It is also known to spread other viruses to the host bee, which in turn spreads viruses to the colony. Colony collapse disorder is another cause of death plaguing millions of bees. The EPA recognizes CDC, or CCD, as a phenomenon that occurs when the majority of worker bees disappear from a colony, leaving behind the queen as well as plenty of food. They do leave behind the nurse bees, and they are left to take care of the immature bees and the queen. But when this happens, very few bees are found dead near or around the colony. Without these worker bees, the colony cannot sustain themselves and they will perish. Though there are many theories why colony collapse disorder occurs, there is no definitive factor. Another cause of death among bees is food deserts, or pollination deserts. Food deserts are something that many of us have heard of before, but when we hear about food deserts, it is usually a concern of human food consumption. However, for bees, food deserts are known as flowerless landscapes. How many of you mow once a week? Maybe more if it rains. What about when those first few dandelions of the season pop up in your yard overnight? I know that my stepdad is one of the first to get the mowers out in the spring. Unfortunately, even though your yard may look immaculate and fresh after you've mowed, you have unknowingly removed bee nourishment, lowering chances of colony survival. Mowing along highways also reduces bee nourishment. This is a prime location for wildflowers to flourish. Our modern ways of farming has also helped destroy millions of bee lives. Monocultures are huge fans of one type of crop. This is the main cause of bee food deserts. Pesticides are also a seemingly obvious cause of bee death. Naled is a pesticide most recently used to stop the spread of Zika-carrying mosquitoes. Sadly, when Naled was sprayed in Summerville, South Carolina recently this year, millions of bees died within minutes of spraying. Local beekeepers reported losing numbers of hives. hives, honey, and equipment had to be thrown out due to pesticide poisoning. While naled and other neonics are deemed safe by the EPA and the CDC, they are being linked to wiping out massive bee populations. What can we do to prevent this? Cease or greatly limit for the spraying for Zika carrying mosquitoes. And although it has become the norm in modern farming, we should work to reduce high concentrations of pesticides. We can also reduce mowing along highways and interstates and encourage native flowers to return to their natural habitats. If you have to mow, and of course most of us do, mow with a higher blade setting. This will keep your yard tidy, but white clover will still be able to sustain local bee populations because it won't be mowed down. Finally, what can we do to fix and grow our bee populations? Plant gardens. It's the simplest solution. Whether it is a colorful flower garden or a garden that also sustains you, give a bee a flower. If you don't have room for an actual garden, no worries. Container gardens work just as well. And remember, avoid the use of pesticides or insecticides and plant herbs such as chives, lemon balm, fennel, and dill to discourage pests. Allow wildflowers, including those dandelions and clovers, to grow in your yard. Buy local and support local farmers and local beekeepers. They are out there. And remember to keep your environment bee-friendly. Give a bee a flower. Bees are such an important component to life as we know it. I want to encourage you to look at bees and other pollinators as allies instead of nuisances. These incredible little creatures need our help to continue the amazing work they do every day. Without them, our future doesn't look very promising. Which is why I hope that you will donate to my organization, the Honeybee Conservancy. The Honeybee Conservancy supports research and builds bee habitats in response to current bee crisis. I hope that you will, too, support this cause and consider what your coffeeless mornings, your future, will be like if we continue to lose bee populations. Thank you.